Why I don't date Taurus men. Just to clarify for you guys, I have dated a few Taurus men in the past, and it never gets to the point where it's really serious. So I've never dated a Taurus man and been, chronically hurt, and now I don't date them. Because I'm now in the point in my life where I'm preparing myself for my husband, whoever that's going to be. And I need to broaden my horizons, and I need to think, okay, would I date a Taurus man? Taurus men have amazing qualities. I always say this. In my opinion, they are the gentlemen of the zodiac. You guys can argue in the comments, but that's my opinion. I find them to be amazing, partners, because they are all about stability, providing, and they're loyal, but selectively loyal. And, they work really well as husbands, and that's just my opinion. But I want to talk about why it's very much a struggle for me to date them. It might be a struggle for you guys, but I want to talk on a few negative traits about this sign in particular. So, why I don't date Taurus men. It's really weird. I don't know if you guys have this same, thing too, but I always know when a Taurus man is lying to me. Now, if I'm asking him a question and this is face to face, I just know he's lying. I feel like I can just see in his facial expression that he just cannot lie. And I don't really know why that is. It's weird, but do you guys have that same kind of vibe? I don't know, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know if it's just me or if it's not. And if it's just me, I'm gonna feel special. Anyway, I'm just taking the piss, but yes, I find a lot of Taurus men, because they are, they love providing for women and, being that macho man. A lot of them have been in long-term relationships, and a lot of the time they carry baggage, man, from previous relationships, and they carry it with them, and based on what they've been through, they start to judge other women, because of the person that they loved. And when they love deeply. Most likely that person that they did love, they start to, change other people to be that same ex-girlfriend that they previously had. And I'm not really into that at all. I find where I struggle a lot dating these men is I have a Gemini rising, okay? But I also have a Mars in Aquarius. Now, with my Mars in Aquarius, I tend to do things that are against society's norms, right? But with my Gemini rising, I like to change my appearance all the time. I hate looking the same. And with that being said, sometimes I might wear this, and then tomorrow I might wear a tracksuit and tie my hair in a pony. Tomorrow I might not wear makeup. Tomorrow I might just do nothing. But when it comes to a Taurus man, he likes you to be consistent because they don't like change. Taurus men are a fixed sign, right? Fixed, the same like Aquarius, the same like, I think it's Scorpio that's fixed. The same like Scorpio, fixed signs. And they don't like change, they like the routine of things. So if I'm changing how I'm looking all the time, he's going to get pissed off at me, because Taurus men like feminine and dainty, pretty women. And for me, I like to change my look. Sometimes I might look a bit butch. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm an Aries, so I might look a bit manly, not manly, but I might look a bit, I might wear a tracksuit, tie my hair up, not looking the most, dainty, which is what they like. Now, I find I find a lot of times, and this is my experience, this is not anyone else's, this is just mine, but I feel like there's times where it can definitely go very much left with Taurus men. I won't say domestic violence, but I will say that it can go left with them, because I feel like they are attracted to fiery women. They like the fun and the fire. And with me, I'm an Aries, I'm very, very fiery. And sometimes when I argue, I can shout and scream, and they are the bull, and they are always bigger than me, because Taurus men just seem to be bigger and scarier, and you know, they just always seem to be like that. And you know, a lot of the time they will get in my face and, you know, present their masculinity to me. And I don't like that, and I'm not someone who will provoke a situation either. But then again, people have choices in how they react in arguments and stuff, and that's my experience. But it doesn't mean every Taurus man is like that. That is not what I'm saying. That's just my experience. So, you know, don't get offended. That's just me. Now I find people will argue and say, oh, you know, these are Taurus people are really loyal, and these men are selectively loyal, okay? Very, very loyal to their family members, 100%. But you've got to understand that Taurus is a sign of materialistic things, and that can still represent human beings. And they like newer, better models of different things all the time. So when it comes to their dating preferences, they might meet a girl who is, you know, a 6 out of 10, but she's wonderful, she's great. But then next week he might meet another girl who's a 9 out of 10, and he'll keep on upping the scales, because that's what they like to do, is up the scales, because they like bigger and better things. Sorry, I got an itchy leg. But they're very simple people. You know, a lot of people will argue and say, oh, you know, they're boring. No. They're very simple. They're very easy people, you know, to understand. I get a lot of emails regarding mainly Pisces men, but Taurus men. And because I describe them as being very simple, they're very easy, in my opinion, to understand. Okay, now when it comes to these people, you have to listen to what's not actually being heard. Okay, and with these men, they like women who are very homely, housewives, you know, that have a hustle kind of thing. And you know, they will ask you questions, and if you answer or say the wrong thing, they will hold that against you, and they are easily put off by certain things or characteristics, because they always know what they want. Like, let's not forget, Taurus is a fixed sign. Therefore, they're not only just the most stubborn out of the zodiac, but stubborn towards people, but they're very stubborn in their thought process. So if someone is if someone says, God, I was at a party last week, and there was a girl there, and she was saying how she prefers to date men who are financially comfortable, you know, otherwise she won't be dating them. You know, she wants to get her money up or whatever, and she likes to date guys for that purpose, right? And there was a Taurus guy there, and he was like, wow, is that what you like? Okay. Knowingly, I know what he's thinking, and he's sitting there thinking, you know, okay, you know, that's what you want to do, but I could never date that. Fuck that shit. You know, that's what's going on in his mind. And although he may not voice it, because Taurus males, especially Mercury and Taurus, they don't always voice what they hear or see, but the process is still going on in their head when they know what they want. Also, when it comes to these men, yeah, when they speak, listen, take heed to what they're saying. Like I said, I get a lot of emails regarding, you know, a Taurus man, you know, and what they say is, if a Taurus man says, listen, if a Taurus man says to you he is not ready for a relationship, take heed of that. It means he's not ready. Don't force him. Do not force him, pressure him, or try and change his mind. He's not ready. He's come to the realization that he's not ready for a relationship. And understand, Taurus men are relationship types of people, but just don't pressure him because he ain't ready. You know, and a lot of the times, you know, Taurus men have this sensual kind of sexiness about them. And, you know, they tend, I find yeah, Taurus men have a real sensual sexiness about them, and a lot of people are drawn to that, you know. A Taurus is a Scorpio's complementary opposite, so you can see like Scorpio is naturally drawn to Taurus, you know, and Taurus are very into materialism, and that's another reason why I don't bloody date them, because I'm not a materialistic person like Taurus, because you know, they seek security in their assets and stuff, and I don't have that I don't have that same thing in common with them, you know, and that can be a problem for me, because Taurus men like to go on holidays and take pictures and show the world how we're living. Taurus men like to buy cars and, you know, wear expensive designers, and I don't care about that stuff. So there's also that difference as well that makes me a little bit like, well, I can't really date you, like, you know, for reasons like that, but you know, I can still appreciate you. And you know, and another thing is Taurus men like routine. They absolutely love doing the same thing over and over and over, and I'm not the kind of person. I don't really like routine. I do different things whenever I feel like it, and that can be very much difficult for the two to work together if I'm having to, you know, to try and get this Taurus to do shit. And you got to remember, when it comes to them, you cannot pressure them, because they'll blow. You know, they work on their time. You can't push them to do things because they'll explode. You know, they have massive tempers, and you never realize that they have a temper until it's too damn late. And I find it's annoying, because like, I've argued with so many Taurus men, and I never mean for it to get to where it gets to when it comes to arguing with them, but when I argue with them, it's a surprise. But me being an Aries, I can't back down from this. So I'm like, if you look at my body language now, you can see I'm looking up like this, but I'm like this, like how can you do this to me? And they're standing over, because they're always bigger than me. They're always bigger than me. And this is how it is most of the time when it comes to these men. Like I'm defending, but from a lower. Anyway, look. Those are my reasons for why I don't date Taurus men. But these are wonderful men when it comes to marriage, you know, being in long-term relationships with, because they have a lot of wonderful qualities about them. So I would definitely consider a marriage with this person, but there has to be I've got to check out what his Mars is actually in. Like, the thing is, yeah, if I'm going to date a Taurus, I need to have a look at his entire chart, just to see that there's not a lot of aggression on his chart, because I have that friction with Taurus naturally. I just don't want to have any additional aggression on the chart. So that's my reasons for why I don't date them. But let me know your experience dating Taurus men. Take care.